Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back. We're here with another glorious NTW 3 battle for you today, and today we have a custom battle here at Waterloo, the infamous field where France and Britain clashed. And today we do have both France and Britain here again. We have an 1815 France Flanders here, and we have a Anglo-Portuguese Britain, so a bit of a different Britain to usual. But it is still a Britain. And France has been joined by a few friends from all different periods. We have a 1796 France. We have a 1809 Austria. And then we have some Danish allies here also joining the French. So as you may be able to tell, obviously, if you hadn't got the idea, this is not a historical battle. This is very much a custom battle being fought here on the Waterloo map. Also looks like we have the Spanish here. They've got some guerrilla cavs that are already appearing on the flank of the French. Just a little bit, well, really the Danes actually at this point on this little flank here. But yes, we do have a few different factions to usual here at Waterloo. But yeah, certainly will be an interesting one. We've got a Russia. Looks like we've got an Anglo, like I said, Anglo-Portuguese, and then an Anglo-Dutch army. So this is actually, I guess, this one along with the 1815. Like France are the only actual two like law accurate, well historically accurate like armies. But yeah, I've been told that this battle is an absolute slaughter at this at Hougoumont here. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how it goes down. It looks like we already have British light dragoons clashing here with French dragoons. And it looks like the Frenchies are going to come out on top. I mean, it was a 2v1. We got some chasseurs cheval also supporting that fight. Yeah, it was never going to be a good fight there for the British. Don't know really why they committed to that. Just trying to get out of there. We've got some British hussars here. They're looking like they're going to retreat after seeing their friends, the light dragoons, cleared out. Looks like we've got British redcoats here as well. Already starting to give some pretty devastating volleys onto the French here. I mean, actually, on the British is always very, very good. It's always much better than the French. The French very much rely on melee, while the British will rely on that reloading skill and accuracy that they have. But these guys, you know, they're trained to fire 3 rounds a minute in any weather. Yes, if you're a fan of all things Napoleon and Total War and would like to see some more of this glorious mod that adds so much to Napoleon Total War, then do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and come to show support. As always, it's very much appreciated. We have plenty of cuirassiers here as well moving forward. It's always great to see these guys on the battlefield. Probably one of the most iconic cavalry units of the era, to be honest. I think like the French cuirassier, it's always like, you know, it's always feared and it's a very infamous looking unit. We've got some chasseurs cheval over here as well, along with a lot of other cav here. We've got dragoons from 1809 as well. They look like there's some German, like sort of puppet states supporting the French here. It looks like, yeah, look at this, cuirassiers going in early as well. I don't know why they thought it was a good idea to go for the British units here, but British units can always form squares. This is a really bad move to be honest for the cuirassiers. I mean, it kind of works away because it now allows the French to go in with their infantry. The squares have been formed up, so they're like they can't fire onto the French. So yeah, this is actually not a bad idea. It's a decent move. As you can see here, the British now in melee while stuck in square. The Allies have captured a building, a farmhouse. Oh, the Dutch have captured I think this is Labelle Alliance. They're on the road as they work their way up. But yeah, the melee fight continues. The French actually have been pushed back in a few areas here. British hold firm. I'm surprised that the cuirassiers haven't gone in for a second round just yet. But yeah, I imagine they will do very, very soon. Yeah, look at that French infantry being forced back. I think the French have decided that this is not a good idea. But look how close this Russian and Russian and French cavalry is. I mean, I think these are Russian dragoons for sure. I mean, they're being matched up against by the cuirassiers here. They're getting shot at as well for free by these lights. Yeah, that was a silly move really to have them so close. But yeah, there you go. French have been pushed back there. It looks like we're going to have 1809 to get the job storming this building. The French have actually managed to take out a British unit on the corner here, as it looks like we have, well, he's got it into the line, and we've had the job, and this is 1796, this is like the Italian campaign. They are storming the redoubt, I guess you call it, of Hougoumont. They're going in. I think they're going to break pretty quickly. They ran a long way. They should have reset up and rested up. Yeah, they're running this line. They're still active. Using the tree line here for cover. Going to try and take all these Portuguese, which might be a little bit easy to take on, but I'm not so sure. Yeah, this was sent in by a member of my Discord, was this replay. Oh my gosh, this battle is going on all over. Like, it's just relentless. Grenadiers going in everywhere. So many units being committed right now to these British lines, and a lot of routing here. This is brutal. But yeah, this was sent in by a member of my Discord, as I was saying. So if you want to send your own replays, if you like Pope, I have some insane NTW3 replays, or even just like Total War replays. Feel free to send them in. The link is down below in the description to join my Discord. It's the best place to send them in to me. And yeah, hopefully then your epic battles can be featured on the channel as well. As we have some Cavalry Battalion coming in here. I think they're trying to take on the British units while they're not in the square. Why the British Cav hasn't been committed, I do not know. That's also being thrown in. Russian infantry also over here as well. This is absolutely crazy. Like, everyone's just everywhere, it seems. Really poor though from the British not committing their Cav earlier. Looks like the Hussars finally been committed, and they are going to rout those Cavalry Battalion. Yeah, there you go. Another failed assault really by the French on that flank as well of Hougoumont. As you can see, lots of units now retreating, and the British actually trying to make a counter-attack here with their Hussars. I don't know if this was a wise idea, really. The French infantry here should push it back, and we have Dragoons coming forward here as well from the French. They look like they're going to try and go in. Don't know what they're going for, though. There are British guns up here, maybe, or they're going to go in for the flank of the Hussars. There you go. It looks like, yeah, the fight for the town is very much underway. We have the 23rd Line Infantry now busting their guts to try and get in here. And and also looks like the 56th Line are being sent in. We also have the Scots here. Look at this. The Highlanders, they're being sent in to fight against the Carabiniers, which are light infantry unit, but they're technically like a grenadier light infantry. There you go. Looks like, what's this unit here? The red unit, is that Dutch unit? That must be, surely. I do not know what that unit is. There's a unit here. Oh, there's a Lead Grenadier Guard. Oh, so it's like a German allied Grenadier unit. Yeah, they're going on now. Yeah, 1809, that makes sense. Yeah, they're going to get beaten back by the Russians and the British there. Brutal, but yeah, the Highlanders sacrifice themselves. They are routed, but they've stopped a few decent units there. I mean, the Lead Grenadier Guard actually might still win this fight. They're still very healthy, actually. 52 of them land. That is brutal going on there. Massive cav fight as well. It's happening on this side here. Oh my gosh. Look at this. It's absolutely brutal. We've got Spanish cav in here. We've got British cav in here. This looks like good Spanish cav as well. They're taking on the French here, routing them and the whole flank. This is devastating, and now the coalition can get in behind. We're seeing French cav being shifted across over here. Hussars and Chevaliers. The Danes are arriving as well. They're trying to like deal with stuff as well. They're now arriving on the field. This is absolutely insane, this battle. I think these are looks like actually a close look at them. They look like they might be Russian guards, or some of them might be. It's kind of hard to tell the difference between the Russian guards and the Russian infantry, but I think they are guards. They've got like the little feather on their head, and they've got like the gold eagle. But yeah, they have managed to take the building of the French. It looks like the Russians have been sent back in now to try and retake Hougoumont themselves. This standoff is kind of continuing over here. The whole fight is really going on this right-hand flank, and the centre over here is getting messy, is what it is getting. Absolutely brutal. This has got to be one of the most brutal fights I've seen in a long time in a custom battle. Like, started so quickly as well. Looks like 1809's got a lot of like allied German infantry. Just supporting, so they're kind of relying on like some very elite units there. I feel like they're just relying on like mass for guns here. Yeah, the French still fighting in here. What have they got in there? Just a line infantry. And there you go, they lost the building. That's no surprise. Fighting Russian infantry. French to Russian infantry. Usually Russian infantry is superior. It's kind of died down ever so slightly. They are still fighting over this town now. The French have gone into this one. I don't know what they've sent in, but they are fighting the British in there. The British have got, looks like it's a regular line infantry, which, I mean, it could be a guard, I guess, but I don't think it is. It doesn't look like it. Look, the French, even though the Russians kind of beat them back initially, the French still have just more to come in. We've got Trillier Grenadiers here. So these are like Young Guard, basically going in. Very, very cool unit. I just kind of like them. Trillier Grenadiers, so that means they're kind of good at shooting and pretty good melee. That's what I'm guessing. I don't know the exact stats. That's what I get from the name. They're charging into some redcoats there. They're going to try and take those guys out. The Russian, I presume this is a Russian infantry unit stuck in melee somewhere, because the rest of the units outside the building. I presume the rest are inside. I'm not sure. We've got a Grenadier unit here as well. That's just, I think, just help claim the building here for the French. And yeah, I think the French are now back in control of half of Hougoumont, but they still do not hold the other half here. And it actually looks like the British are going to counterattack again with more Highlanders. Again, the Trillier Grenadiers and these like Germanic Grenadiers trying to do their bit of holding these guys back. I think this is the Battle of Grenadiers right now. It really is. There's Scots here. There's like multiple Highlander units just going around here. It's insane. Another one appearing. Oh my gosh. Just spamming out the Highlanders. I know there's 2 British factions, so they can bring like double the amount of Highlanders that they could ever hope to bring in the usual battle maybe. But yeah, it is looking good. And there's a lot of British cav actually setting up back here as well. We've got Dragoons, which are like heavy cavalry for the British. We have Hussars, which are pretty decent usually. The Danes are over here now setting up. The Danes are a pretty good counter to Britain in NTW3 as well. They can shoot pretty well. They've got pretty good reloading skill, pretty good accuracy. So, funnily enough, the redcoats of the Imperial side can fight the redcoats of the coalition side pretty nicely. But, and, I mean, they also can kind of like, you know, just spam out a load of these militia if they need to. They can kind of go for like the whole landwehr spam style of battle as well. I don't know how good these French, like, allied troops are, the German troops here, but I guess that, you know, they're going to slow down the British a bit. The British are going to kind of shoot a lot of troops here to kill these guys off. Britain looks like he's also contemplating maybe, I thought maybe he's going to go for a melee charge, but no, he's just trying to shoot a flank of these French. He got a good volley off there. The French are going to counter charge. They will get killed here though. It also looks like France pushed back the Russians here on this flank. Russia's actually kind of taking control of this right flank here and pushed the French back, who are no longer interested in this standoff at all. There's a lot of French cabs still out here as well. I mean, there are Russian dragoons and I imagine some of the allied troops, like allied cavalry out here. I'm not sure. They might have moved all to the center now. But yeah, certainly seems as though Russia is kind of dictating that right flank there and also trying to help in the middle. Another building lost, so yeah, the building has been lost again. Look at this, the building is changing hands so many times here. I think, again, Russian guards responsible for the taking of the house. They have kicked out, looks like a German grenadier unit that was in there. Definitely was a one-sided fight in that case then. And again, looks like Britain here with cavalry and with Highlanders has managed to push back the French out of this sort of like garden area, and they've now pushed it back to the tree line. But these German allied infantry units are putting some decent volleys into those infantry there. But the Highlanders, well, they're not giving up. They're going to go in again. These damn mad Scotsmen. They don't know when the fight's over. Again, more infantry fighting along the line. The Scots and the Hussars. Yeah, they are Hussars. Fighting side by side. There is another grenadier in the line here. At a quick glance, it did kind of look like Old Guard. I was like, no, surely not. Not today. The Britain has been unsuccessful today. He's actually retreating. He hasn't routed. Well, actually, I think one. Maybe the Hussars might have routed. They're being chased off by Hussars of France. And it looks like they're going to try and rout that. Yeah, they managed to as well. Rout that Highlander as well. He was trying to pull back. So yeah, nicely done. Looks like the French are going to counter charge. I don't know how wise an idea that is. Yeah, get back. There's cavalry waiting for you. They'll counter charge. And again, the French going in, thinking some line infantry to try and break the Russian guard. It's definitely not going to happen. I don't know if they realise what's in there. Yeah, the Russian guard is definitely going to hold that building. Looks like, what do we have seen coming through here? Again, looks like a grenadier unit. I kind of can tell from the red, like, sort of band that's on their shakos there. That's kind of how you can tell. Grenadier, you're going in. Always Russian grenadiers are going to be a pretty nasty foe to come up against. There you go, that line of infantry is easily going to get wrecked. And I think that's going to just kind of stabilize the Russian fight for this town. Actually, I was saying, I didn't think these guys had a chance, these line infantry, but they're clearly hardy line infantry, whoever they are, because they have managed to beat out the Russian guard. That's insane. There are also, it looks like, still like some German infantry in it. I don't know if they're just like stuck in there or what. But yeah, they actually have managed to kick out the Russian guard. Impressive. The Grenadiers might still win their fight, but they might be disheartened a little bit by seeing their guard break. They're still fighting on there. The Russians might want to try and push around and try and put pressure on this fight to try and attack maybe attack the building from a different angle. But I mean, there's a lot of French cav and generally infantry inside this forest. I wouldn't want to go in there. To be honest, there's cuirassiers waiting. And here we go. Looks like the battlefield's getting a little bit more open as we see Russian cav. Russia is everywhere in this. Ulan's going in, trying to rout the skirmishers here of Denmark. Probably will be successful. I mean, Spain's barely committed any of his infantry forces. Infantry is still arriving. These actually look like pretty decent infantry, like Walloon Guard or something like that. I don't know, they look very good. These not so much. That first unit looked very elite. They're like very well trained at least. Which I can't say for every Spanish unit. But there you go, Ulans were routed, who actually saw the Danish Ulans counter-charge, they managed to rout, and now they're going to go for a charge onto the guns here of Britain. And they probably, I don't know, they routed. That was lucky for Britain that they routed right at the last minute there. Britain was very slow bringing forward his own heavy cav. There you go, France still fighting for this damn building. What is still the, oh no, it's a different infantry unit. Oh no, yeah, there's 2 line infantry units in there. Nothing special though. I still don't think those line infantry are anything to talk about. Definitely easy to be pushed out. And the battle for Hougoumont continues, that is for sure. There's still Spanish cav as well in the back lines, which France is constantly, well, France and Denmark constantly having to keep an eye on, because that could do a lot of damage, that is for sure. Yeah, the Danes here just chipping away at the Brits, you know, trying to do their bit. There you go, they're going to just fall back, reset up there, get ready to go in once again. Britain keeping its heavy cav, and just generally its cav, along with Spain as well, they're keeping their heavy cav very well back and just keeping protected. I mean, this one I feel like probably getting hit by musket fire quite a bit. The French lines are not far away. There's nothing really protecting it. Same here, I guess, with this. Actually, this, you know what, I take it back. They're not that well protected. The Danish guns are right in front of this one. They need to move that for sure. Denmark is also getting very close to British lines here. I mean, probably getting close just so these cuirassiers here can maybe have a go at the British. Don't know if it's a wise idea. Like I said, British infantry can form square and maybe shift across to deal with Spain. That's probably what I'd do. Yeah, just go down the line and then go in. But, or maybe they're coming across to challenge the Spanish camp. Might be the case. These British infantry units are quite small though, quite depleted. They might not be able to form square, but we'll see. We will see. Look at the trail of like French retreating troops as well. I'm sure it's the same for the coalition. We can't really see then, but it is insane. And here we go. French cav is going in. The cuirassiers are going in. Les Gros Coups going in. And they're going to try and challenge these Spanish cavalry. I imagine the French cuirassiers are superior. It's not much better than them on the battlefield, apart from like guard cavalry. And here's the time of the French infantry as well going in. They're going to try their luck. British squares are forming up, which is why they did it. And here we go, look at this, the Scots Greys coming in. It's insane, everything has been committed here. The most iconic of the British cav for sure being thrown in there. And they're going to get matched by, looks like a Chevalier Gueux, which is definitely not going to stop the Scots Greys, my god. More infantry coming in here. Look at the chasseurs coming in. Cavalry battalion going in as well. Yeah, the chasseurs are not going to break the British there, that's for sure. It's tight. That is very, very surprising to sit through those guys in. I think it's just like it's an all or nothing assault here by the French. The Danes also tried something. They routed pretty quickly. And yeah, there you go. Scots Greys, they're going to stop the Allied cav there of France. But yeah, like Scots Greys and British Dragoons. Yeah, that's a nasty duo. You can see the Scots Greys, they're carrying on. They're going to rout these skirms here. And look at that, a general's been killed. Oh, they got him. The Spanish cavalry trust saying has to be so careful. I think they've got French general by the looks of it. Looking at the uniform, I'm not sure which one, but it is one of them. That is for sure. That is very, very unfortunate there. But that's what you got to be careful of. Denmark's been so careful that they put their general in that building, so they can't be harassed by Spanish cav. Spanish cav is now harassing the Danish cavalry back here. I think this is a hussar. Looks like they're being attacked by like a dragoon of Spain here. They're going to get taken out of those hussars, I think. Well, I don't know. Both sides actually redlining quite a bit. And there you go. The Danes lost out just in the end. That was very unfortunate. But yeah, now the Spanish can go for these Danish guns here. Probably get rid of them. And it's going to make... it's going to really cripple Denmark as this. We'll see. There you go. Look at that. They just tried to go for the last volley, but they got surrounded and smothered by Spanish cav. The Spanish cav has been finally routed by some light dragoons there, but damage done really. They've taken out a cav and a cannon. That's a very, very good deal. And Spain's now advancing with his mass of skirmishers he's got here and some infantry. I feel like, yeah, Spain brought a lot of cav, minimal infantry. I mean, Britain, I think, brought some good cav as well. And the line fight is still going on for Hougoumont here. It's relentless. Yeah, I think this German grenadier must have survived, and they're still holding. It is just still in here. But I only see. Oh no, there is a different grenadier unit I think in here. The grenadier Redolf. I don't know. But anyway, that is a unit in there. No wonder they are holding this building. I guess so there's grenadiers in there. But yeah, Britain. I mean, I don't know how much they have left. It's really hard to gauge when you can only see one half of the battlefield. Like you can only see it from the French perspective. The French, though, and their Danish allies are short on stuff, and there's a Spanish cav back here. It's probably milking kills, just making sure these guys stay routed. But yeah, the Danes are in real trouble, real trouble. I mean, there isn't much in the way of British troops in the centre here supporting the Spanish, but there doesn't need to be because there's nothing in front of them. Again, British dragoons going in, flying into the flank of these French units here. I don't think they can form square, and 1796 is suffering here. We are going to see, looks like a Chevalier come forward from 1809. He's going to try and challenge. But again, I don't know if that'll be enough. These dragoons are good. They might be a bit tired at this point, though. I do apologise throughout this entire battle, by the way. I've sounded a little bit nasally. I've still got this cold, which I've managed to get during a heat wave, which is impressive in itself. But yeah, it's really annoying while trying to compensate. And you're like, trying not to sneeze. The sneezing would definitely damage commentary. But I hope you guys have been enjoying the battle. And look at that! I told you. These British, I mean, they have routed themselves, but they routed multiple units here. These British dragoons, they're hard men to kill. And it looks like now we've got dragoons, yeah, a bit late coming forward, but yeah, more allied dragoons coming forward from, looks like Bavaria there. These are Bavarian dragoons, Beneberg dragoons there, but they're not needed now. Russia over here, looks like he's got some hussars ready to go in. There's Spain coming forward with infantry. I don't know how much infantry Spain does have. He's kind of kept his strength hidden. But yeah, I think he has brought a decent amount by the looks of it. He's now sending troops over here, trying to support and smash the French centre, which is trying to reform. It's in a bit of a mess. They're trying to really hold on to the town. They still have a decent amount of cav to the French as well, like back here. They've still got another cuirassier back here. 1809 cuirassiers. Still have Chevalier lancers as well. Chasseur Cheval. Like I feel like France really could have supported Denmark with a bit more cavalry because it's been much more active on this side. This flank over here, like they've seen no action once they got pushed back on this side. Really, Russia has not been that aggressive. Russia's been interested just solely in the town. They've not been interested in that cav fire at all out here. They have got some dragoons as Russia, yeah, granted, but I don't know how much they really brought when it came to Cav. I feel like the coalition relied really heavily on Spain for Cav, and also I feel like weirdly on Britain. I mean, it's hard to say with Britain, because I can't see all their units, and also there are 2 Britain, so it might just be 2 armies worth of Cav. Also their Cav's just really good, so it often returns. Well, the Cav they have brought anyway, look, is pretty good. It's Hussars, Dragoons, Scots Guards, they all return if they break. British infantry being shifted back from like the centre over here that was facing the Danes back to the town by the looks of it. And yeah, here we go. Russian Cav make an appearance. It's all moved from that right-hand flank. They've really duped the French. They've kind of moved it all to the centre, so making a push for the centre maybe. There is Russian infantry out here. No, I imagine it can't be unsupported without Cav. So yeah, I don't know. French getting dragged about right now. That's for sure. French infantry over here has been passive for a long time, really not doing a lot. It sounds like there's melee fighting. Oh, it might be, I don't know. I think it's melee fights from previous fights. I can't see any melee fights. Just a big old line fight right now. Denmark smartly is retreating. He should have done this a little while ago once he'd lost Cav and cannons. An easy fight for him to continue to take on. Certainly if he fights for this building or around it, might make his job a little bit easier. Because certainly bar Russia, wouldn't say any of the factions he's facing are really melee orientated, so fighting around this town is not a bad idea. Not that I'd say Denmark's a very melee orientated faction either. Like I was saying, it's kind of a good shooting faction, can really duel with Britain quite well. I'm impressed by these musketeers though. They've been dueling in this line fight for ages, Britain. But there's now Spanish infantry joining the fight. I don't know if Spain's infantry usually can't shoot to save their lives. But they have a lot of men in their units usually, so the firepower that you can put on to a unit is pretty devastating. Oh, Russia was debating it. I don't know. I think there's a French general over here, Ney's here for the Flemish 1815 army, but he's very much protected by Cuirassier here. Very good Cuirassier as well. The first Cuirassier, which I presume is the best one because it's #1. I don't know. I might be wrong. That might be totally inaccurate. Looks like France is actually moving out here as well now. It's got Swiss infantry, so yeah, just general line infantry, nothing too exciting. Problem with the, well, I said that was pretty big for an 1815 unit. Usually the 1815 units, quite small, like 80-man units. So France often relies on mass to try and break through lines because they rely on melee. Yeah, kind of struggle with 80-man units. Oh, here we go, the big Cuirassier charge going in. Well, actually, is it Cuirassiers? Yeah, it is. It's Cuirassier and also Dragoons. These are German Dragoons that are going in. Smashing into the Spanish lines. And the Spain notoriously cannot form square. Actually, the British shoot their own Spanish allies. That's not a good idea. But yeah, if they break through that, they will... yeah, if they get broken through here, Spain, they're in real trouble. The Spanish general's just behind. Got looks like some Dragoons here of Russia getting ready to counter-charge. They're going to go in. There you go. Smashing into the back of their own Spanish allies, routing them. So, good job, Russia, there. I mean, they were about to just break. It looks like they are going to break that Cuirassier unit there, yeah. And that assault has been failed. I'm surprised. I mean, it also doesn't help that look at that. Yeah, Britain was setting up ready to gun into the site. They didn't support with anything else. Really, it needed infantry. I know France is low on infantry now, but a Cuirassier on its own cannot win that fight. Scots Greys went for another assault, by the way. They are going to get beaten back by the Cuirassiers, and they're redlining. They might be out now. But yeah, that's the thing. I don't know if you've ever watched. I'm saying to you guys now, if you've ever watched the Waterloo film, and you see Napoleon goes, you can't use cavalry unsupported without infantry, basically. Not in those words exactly, but it's basically summarized. You need cavalry to support it with infantry. And that is true. That's kind of what happened there. Like, this French sent in their cuirassiers, a bit like at Waterloo. And they weren't spotted with infantry, because you need the infantry to help the melee their way through, because the British otherwise just form the square, or just countercharge with the cavalry, and you're routed. So yeah, that's unfortunate. And I think that's kind of going to screw over the French. They are kind of getting split now. The British kind of like splitting the French that are at Hougoumont, and also the Danes and the rest of the French over here that's still dueling with the Spanish. And Russia is actually now making an offensive around this flank here. Though it's not much by the looks of it. Just a couple of infantry units here. And there are... What is in here? Oh, there is Russian cav actually in here as well. It charged into the French lines, but it seems like it was unsuccessful in that attack. I think they formed squared in the French. That unit could do just that. We have got a Russian... I think this is a Russian Hussar, yeah, it's just running havoc back here. It's just going straight through the middle, and this is what I'm saying, the split is fully on. Yeah, it's actually more than just a Russian Hussar. This is all Russian cav here. Yeah, they've actually got a lot of heavy, so yeah, no wonder they were keeping a lot of cav out on this flank for a while. There's plenty of Russian cav now. It's just in behind. I'm guessing this must be like 1814 Russia, because they can provide a lot of firepower, it seems, which 1814 Russia can. As you can see here, Chasseur Cheval, they're getting routed. These are volunteers of Clermont Prince. I don't know if they're actually voluntary, or it's just the name, but they got. Yeah, they've been routed. There's no chance they will win in that fight. And France in real trouble now. They have one cuirassier left that's about half strength. I think that's got the job right now defending Ney, who is trying to rally his men, going for one last huzzah against the Spanish. He's like, if I can't kill everyone, it's got to be the Spanish that are going down with me. And it's not looking good in the town as well. More men running. That's not a good sign at all. And what is that? Oh, general getting taken out here by the Russians. They got in amongst them. I don't know why they didn't react earlier. But yeah, 1809 is about to lose his general here to the Russians. Yeah, he's routed. Whether he'll die. They lost the building as well. That's not good. Yeah, I don't think they'll take it back, because it's 1809. I think it's... There you go. Dead. Actually, it's not 1809. It's 1815 that's responsible for holding the building, but still failed to... So yeah, but I don't think any troops around here now are going to be able to hold it. And certainly if 1809 has anything left, it's all going to be like breaking. But yeah, it looks like it has just all mass routed. Actually, the German musketeers just mass routed with the general and a death and a rear charge by that cuirassier unit. That has kind of screwed them over. And I think it is now the end. If it wasn't already the beginning of the end, it certainly is now. It looks like Denmark actually might be the last one standing for the Imperials, really. Russia going in, it's going to duel with those cuirassiers. I don't know if he'll win this one. I actually might with the square support here. Depends whether they get charged by Spain. So yeah, he's going to win with square support. Going to need that Russian cuirassier to come over here and deal with them, I think. But here we go. Spain looks like he's actually just going to charge straight on him. He's going to go into the square here and smash these guys down. Yeah, there you go. I don't know how good this unit is. I think this is the well-trained unit here that Spain had, but I really don't know. Yeah, France looks like they went for an assault. I don't know why. They don't really have the manpower to be risking anything. It's just more play defensive. You want to prolong the suffering. Looks like, yeah, looks like the British sent forward a little lance unit here, just getting rid of some skirms. Look at this. Denmark's making a dash for the High Sun, which is occupied by something. I'm not sure what. We just see shots coming from the building. That might be all there ever will be. And the Danish sending in their own light dragoons going to rout that Ulan, but it doesn't really matter. But yeah, it looks like Denmark's going to make a dash for Lehisan. I love how the fight has happened all on this one side. Whether there was an agreement, I don't know. It does make Waterloo a bit more exciting. The battlefield is quite large. Everyone wants to fight in, like, you know, for Lehisan and for Papelet and for Hougoumont. They all want to fight for every objective, I feel like, sometimes when you see Waterloo battles. And then you don't get the scale and the chaos as much. But if you fight for just on one half of the battlefield, like the side, like you're going to fight on the left and the right hand side of the road, it does make it a little bit more exciting, I feel like. But it looks like we're going to see the battle transition now towards Lehisan as France and Denmark are going to prolong their suffering and retreat. They are being chased by the Spanish and the British and the Russians, just about everyone, to be honest. It looks like Russia is going to make a dash with some dragoons here. He's going to go for the, I don't know, for the Danes? Yeah, I presume they can't form square as much. Actually, no, I thought the Danes might be able to form square more than the French, to be honest, at this point. 1815s, usually, well, these guys go form square. Usually 1815, I don't feel like in form square, but yeah, they actually did fail there. Okay, so we are basically back to where we left off. Unfortunately, the replay did crash just about now as the like the Danish and the French are going down this road. So yeah, we're basically back to where we left off. But you can see that the Spanish are still constantly harassing the Danish here. Poor guys, they are getting like hit hard. These look like some decent cannons as well. Maybe some like Royal Guard cavalry or something. I don't know. Look pretty decent, like a cuirassy unit, I think, or something maybe. But they got taken out anyway by the Danish cav here, and also looked like the infantry had some part to play in that as well. And now we have a Danish life regiment of grenadiers going in, and they're going to try and storm this building. It looks like it's just a Spanish infantry unit in here of some sort, maybe. It looks like it's exciting. At least that's what I'm guessing. I'm not really sure. Look at the uniforms. I'd say I'm guessing Spanish. Well, actually, those are other Danes, I think, that are retreating outside, coming out of the building, so yeah, definitely not bad. So the Grenadiers are there trying to storm the building, trying to do their bit. And while that's going on, you can see Allied cavalry trying to swing around. Is going to try and, I guess, maybe try and cut off any sort of Danish and French attempt to escape. I don't know where they're going to even hope to escape to. There's nowhere to go. Only to their graves. Allied infantry here getting taken out. I don't know why they didn't form square. These guys could have formed square. Maybe they felt like squaring was just the death of them, but it certainly would have been a better situation than ending up just surrounded like they have been there and killed off. I think the Danes are going to just try and fight out in two different spots. Got some of the infantry over here, and then we obviously got like defending this town, and then or this building, and then we have some over here. Actually, it's a British infantry unit. I think it might be a Dutch unit, something that must be in there. Yeah, must be looking at uniforms, I'd say Dutch. The French continuing on, they're just going to press on. And look at that, the Danes actually managed to take the building. I'd expect no less. That's like a pretty decent grenadier unit. It's probably a lot of that money was put into that. Yeah, and the British lines just keep putting those murderous volleys into the French ranks. They are routing a lot of these troops as well. Swiss infantry looking the wrong way, that's never a good sign. Yeah, Denmark trying to retreat. I don't know. Just stand there. Might as well stand their ground. They are like prolonging the inevitable really at this point by just retreating. Which I mean, it's fine to do. Like the whole idea is, I guess you want to try and win. It's been a very competitive match. I feel like there's no way they don't have enough cav. Don't have enough infantry. I mean, artillery. I guess is a small issue at this point in the game. They do hold the buildings, though, I guess. So I guess that is, one reason to try and fight on. They got a 2-pointer here, and they and Labelle Alliance. I don't think it's worth it, actually, anything. But yeah, still have a 2-pointer. But I guess the coalition can quite easily go and take. Well, actually, and they do hold the one right at the back here. Well, actually, also isn't worth anything. But the Danes do have like a Jaeger in there. They do hold that building. Weirdly enough, there's also still French. What is this? French infantry marching back towards Hougoumont. But they actually might try to retake it. That would be very painful and annoying for the coalition to turn around and deal with that. Yeah, the Spanish duel in here. They look like they're going to just try and harass these Danes, try and do their bit. It's like, yeah, the Grenadiers being fully installed into this building. I guess the rest of them being sent in. I don't know why they weren't in there originally. It's 45 of them and some light infantry of the French. Yeah, that building's stacked with infantry, that's for sure. Don't know if the Brits have anything they can really storm the building with. Russia might, and Spain I doubt it. But yeah, Britain certainly lost a lot of its Highlanders early game. Well, not early game, but early mid-game. Fighting against the tide of French grenadiers. Russia also lost a lot of guards, but it's been relatively good at melee, so it might be okay. Spain, yeah, not really a melee faction, I feel. I'm not sure, I might be wrong on that. Russia is actually, yeah, just harassing over here with a few skirms. Britain as well, sending over a line infantry. I don't know, I guess just to harass these units Still a healthy Dragoon unit over here, though, or light Dragoon. For the Danes. And the Russians are just ever-present everywhere with all their cavalry. What is this unit? A Dragoon. Let's get challenged here by the cuirassiers. I don't know. I don't think it's worth being baited out. I mean, France could get baited out here just to go and get this Dragoon. And another cavalry could come swinging in and just take out Ney, who's just waiting patiently. Yeah, I guess waiting for some space in the building. I don't know, or do put him in the building. Probably not a safe spot to have him, really. It's going to get stormed a few times. Yeah, Spain's just, you know, taking out these isolated Danish units here. Dealing with them. I guess Russia gets the honor of taking Labelle Alliance here. Which I think is now where Johann von Ewald is now stationed. He's very much safe in here. And another Grenadier unit. Norwegian unit. There they are. They look pretty cool. I wouldn't say as cool as the other ones, but they're still cool. Fire, men of Denmark. Kill every last one of these damn Russians. Looks like Denmark is going to try and be aggressive with his cabs. Not a bad idea. But I don't know what cab they have out here. Russia, if any. It might all be just busy over on the other side. Yeah, not a bad idea to maybe be a little bit aggressive. Test Russia, see if these guys can form a square. They look like just normal musketeers. They don't look anything too special. Might not be able to form a square. You never know. Yeah, Spain is certainly look like they're taking the charge when it comes to being aggressive in this theatre on this side here. Britain's quite happy to just get back on the high ground, set up there, and then looks like they're going to start a bombardment of Le Haisson. They're going to just move this horse artillery a little bit further forward, I imagine, then start bombarding it, get it down to like 50%. Russia's bringing up some guns as well, and they're going to try and wrap this building up. Again, the Spanish and like the British, well, they're really Portuguese against skirmishers, doing their bit, you know, trying to just harass and just wear down the Frenchies. Oh, and there you go. I was like looking like I could hear the melee fight going on, but it's just taking out the skirmishers, nothing exciting. The Russian cab did their bit, and here goes the Brits going into there, and there with the heavy dragoons. It looks like they're going to get beaten back there. The cuirassiers, along with the French square, held their ground. We're going to see the Scots Greys now going for a charge. They're going to start slashing and hacking their way through, or try to anyway. I don't know if they'll win this one. They've been quite depleted over the battle, and they're also getting hit by a square. I feel like the British infantry should be charging down, trying to do something about this, trying to support their cav. I know they're kind of shooting from the top of the hill, but they could have definitely supported them. And there you go, Britain's cav's still but gone. Russia still has some has plenty though, and as you can see, the guns are starting to chip away. The morale not looking great here. Line infantry could get routed here. I don't know what's gone in. There's a Spanish infantry of some sort. I don't know if there's anything that good. It might just be a line infantry unit, but yeah, it looks like they actually might route those line there. Russian cav coming in. They've actually managed to route the cuirassiers as well. They're going to get all the squareable infantry here as well. And that actually might be the end of the defense at La Haisson, just like that. Wow, that was actually pretty damn quick. I imagine this unit won't hold, seeing its comrades routing around it. They'll probably rout in a minute. But I say that as they stabilize a little bit. Yeah, it looks like now the move is going to be against the Danes over here. We'll just fast forward a little bit because, well, there's not much going on. We're kind of just waiting for the inevitable Allied victory. I presume it's going to be. I don't think the coalition have enough. The Imperials have enough to stop them. I could be wrong. We're going to see a charge here, though, I think. What are they charging after? These are the light dragoons are running rings. I think they're off to the Russian general or the Russian guns. I mean, either or. I mean, certainly Russia's general would be a bigger prize. But it looks like, yeah, the morale not looking great for these light dragoons. They're getting caught here by the cuirassiers. I'm not sure how. They're much, much quicker. They should be. trying to escape that fate, and they're running after that general. The guns are there. There's a Spanish general as well, not far away.
This building has fallen to the enemy.
There you go, La Haison has fallen. I'm kind of keeping an eye on what happens to this, with this general. And there you go, they got the Russian general. I think that's a small victory, I guess, there for Denmark. There you go, general dead. And that's Russia's general out of the game. That's really unfortunate. The unit didn't even rout. They just lost their general. That is really unfortunate. And to be honest, I'm surprised. I'm kind of upset. If I was a Russian player, I'd be upset because my allies didn't protect my general. Try to. Like, there's British infantry and the Spanish infantry here could have definitely fired upon that cav a little bit earlier. Like, you're trying to chase light cav with cuirassiers, not going to win that fight or like win that race. But yeah, could that now affect the battle? I don't know too much really. Like, Russia is, without a general, is probably still a potent enemy. And also, they still have 3 of the allies that still have their generals, I believe, at the moment. So yeah, I don't think any of the coalition, bar Russia, have lost their general. But yeah, if we come over here quickly and have a look at the like the dead, all the bodies, look at that. It is disgusting down there. I mean, that is a lot of dead. All in a very small area, really. I mean, there's like hundreds out here as well, dead. Butchered. It's brutal. So many redcoats down there as well, like fighting over this town, this village. A few redcoats that fought for the Frenchies as well, like those German life grenadiers, and also you got the plenty of blue coats down there as well for the French. All those that lost their life. But yeah, brutal fight. And it now comes to an end as the coalition make an assault here on the Danes. Cav is no longer really going to be of much use because it's just a town, or well, not even a town, it's a hamlet that they're fighting over. But I mean, I guess not every unit can cram in there, so maybe these Russian Cav can get 1 or 2 more charges off. We'll see. Looks like they're going to maybe attempt something here. The French can all form square though. At least it seems like they can. Whether they will, yep, he did indeed form square. Well, I don't know if Ney. Oh, these are part of. I presume Ney's dead or he's routed because he was over there. So these guys might have pretty low morale. They might die, but I think they're going to take the Russian dragoons with them. Yeah, the Spanish going to chip away. Again, I don't know why they maybe didn't just push forward, or like all those Danish units were kind of distracted by the Russian camp there. They should have maybe pushed forward with the Spanish infantry. Trying to get a little bit closer, maybe. Maybe could have tried a melee assault. I don't know. That was a bit peculiar. I mean, I guess. I mean, if this is all the coalition have left, it's actually they're all closer than I thought. I just feel like we keep seeing units appear out of the mist for them, so I presume they have a bit more, but I could be wrong. Denmark was certainly playing defensive, is probably got a better, obviously has a better chance of playing aggressive, just get absolutely taken out. But I say that as we see a sharpshooter unit go in, they're just going to break instantly. Yeah, that was never a wise idea. Unless they're, I guess they might have been out of ammo. Not sure. Got more line infantry forward here. Also, yeah, the grenadiers coming out of the building. That seems like a peculiar one. I don't know what's going on now. I don't know whether this might just be the Russian player like going, screw it, it's over. I'm not gonna prolong this fight anymore. But yeah, his troops are routing, even the grenadiers. They're faltering now. Chevrolet, there you go. I like General dead. I think that's yeah, the general from Russia dead. I think he's been killed by the in the farmhouse. I think that's why he charged out of the building. Actually, it's because he was getting shot by it looks like Spanish artillery and maybe. Well, just allied artillery generally. I'm not sure if it's the Spanish one or someone else's. But yeah, it was a little too much. A little too much. There you go. I think that's going to be a mass rout, really. And we'll just fast forward. And I might make just a quick cut, as they could take a little while just to get down to taking out that final unit. But yeah, I'll see you guys in one moment with the end results. So here we are at the end. Hopefully I put up the end results for you guys to have a look at. It was a defeat for the coalition, as you expected. It didn't take too long for the Russians to run down there. The Danes did actually come out and face them in the field. It looks like they didn't quite have to storm the building. But yeah, this was sent in by Johnny Le Buffoon, who was playing as one of the French armies. So yeah, thank you very much for sending it in, man. I've got the unit stats here. You can have a quick look at. He was, I think, playing as must have been playing as 1809. Not a bad faction. An interesting build that was for sure. A lot of German troops in amongst there. Actually, one of his German grenadiers getting the most kills, 166 kills. Those guys that defended Hougoumont for a little bit. They got a lot of chevrons and basically died to the last man. But yeah, there are all the end results if you want to have a look at those. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment to show support. I'll see you guys in the next battle. But wow, what a Waterloo battle that was. Till next time.